Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you are all good. So, today I am going to discuss about the guarded commands in the 5th unit of LFCS subject. So, in the guarded command is just name says that the command is guarded. The command is guarded. So, guard is a proposition which must be true before the statement is executed. So the guard is a proposition which must be true before the statement is executed. So here the main aspects of the guarded commands are: the first one is definition of guarded command, next uses of guarded command, next third one is uses of guarded command language, and the fourth one is skip and abort. These are the main important topics in the guarded command, and the fifth one is a concatenation, and sixth one is assignment. These are the main aspects regarding the guarded commands. So let's discuss about the first one, that is the definition of guarded command. So it contains the syntax. The guarded command is nothing but it is in the form of G implies yes. G implies yes, where G is guarded, where G is guarded and S is a statement. G is a guard and S is a statement. If G is true, then statement will be executed. Okay, so this is nothing but the syntax of definition of guarded command. Syntax of definition of guarded command. So here what is meant by semantics? Semantics is nothing but the meaning of the syntax. Meaning of the syntax. That is, so there are two conditions. One is if G is true. One is if G is true, then S is executed. Then second condition is if G is false, then S does not execute. So these are the two conditions. These two conditions are called as semantics. These two conditions are called as a semantics. For example, guarded command. G implies yes. So where G is a guard and S is a statement. Okay. So G is nothing but, guard is nothing but it is a proposition. So let's see the example. If 2 plus 3 equal to 5, 2 plus 3 equal to 5, then the value is true. Or 2 minus 3 equal to 5, the value is false. So out of these two statements, which one is true? So if 2 plus 3 equal to 5, then it is true. 2 minus 3 equal to 5, then it is false. So if G is true, then only the statement will be executed. Okay, here the statement 2 plus 3 equal to 5, if it is true, then true is a statement, that is the output. Nothing but the statement will be executed. But in the next guarded command, 2 minus 3 equal to 5. So this is a false statement. So the second statement will not be executes. Only the first statement will be executes. This is the guarded command example. So next one is uses of guarded command. So guarded command is nothing but the command is to be guarded. So in this the first one is program correctness is the first usage of the guarded command. So program will be executes correctly. And the next point is it meets this specification. So by using guarded command, it meets the specification. Specification is nothing but identifying something or detailed description. So if you want to get the correct output, so we can use the guarded command. And the next one is the statement is often another guarded command. So here the statement is also another command in the guarded commands. The most important element of the guarded command is mainly it depends upon the value of the expression. Means guard must be true, then only the statement will be executed, otherwise it won't be executed. And the third point is the guarded command language usages. Third point is guarded command language usages. In that, guarded command language is a language which contains guarded commands. Only it contains guarded commands. So it is described by the Edgar Dijkstra. Edgar Dijkstra for predicative transformer semantics. Predicate transformer semantics. This topic is already discussed in the 4th unit. Predicate transformer semantics. So here the GCL uses, the first one is very easy to write the program by using this GCL. Very easy to write the program means in the compact way we can write the program. And the second one is easier to design the program. And the third one is correctness, same like guarded command usage. Why? Because we are using guarded command in the guarded command language. That's why. So it is also used to get the correctness of the program. And it is also very easy using higher logic. This higher logic is also discussed in the 4th unit, I think so. Okay, so these are the main usages of the guarded command and guarded command languages. So in the next video I will explain remaining 3 aspects of the guarded commands.